Green Book is a historical drama slash comedy based on the true story, or based on a true story, and stars Viggo Mortensen as an Italian-American nightclub bouncer who is hired to be the driver and bodyguard for a classical and jazz pianist played by Mahershala Ali, while he goes on a tour with his band through the Deep South in the 1960s. Hang on, let me actually look up when the movie takes place. Okay, it was 1962. Okay, I don't know why I actually forgot the year, but anyway, for those of you who are of the uninitiated, which is what I call the people who haven't seen anything on my channel yet, basically how I get into my thoughts during my reviews is I do a pro and con list, and you know, it's pretty simple if you've done one before. You know, pro is good, con is bad. But anyway, that's a quick disclaimer. Let's go ahead and get into the review. So, first off, Mortensen and Ali give outstanding performances, especially Mortensen. I really enjoy seeing him because each time I see him, I feel like he does something new and different from, you know, him. And he's unrecognizable as this character. He's a very versatile actor. I did not look at him and think that's Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. You know, and the supporting characters also did an outstanding job, but Mortensen and Ali leave them in the dust with their performances. And speaking of those two specifically, they work very well off of each other. Ali being the sophisticated and cultured one, and Mortensen being the tough-talking Italian who is a self-proclaimed bullshitter. He actually even says that's his skill. My skill is bullshitting. I can't do that Italian accent. But anyway, he's also a person whose horizons haven't exactly been broadened. And they work really well together. And I was really interested in, going into this movie, seeing that dynamic between the two of them. And one cliche in movies involving two polar opposite people having to put up with each other is the fact that usually the more rigid one will learn how to be more progressive and open-minded, and the growth will usually be one-sided, with the other character basically staying the same or either going up a little bit or basically regressing. But no, both characters grow due to their experiences together on the road, and they tend to balance each other out almost by the end of the film, and that's something that I don't think you see all the time. But really my biggest takeaway from the movie was just I enjoyed that it was a simple premise. Instead of being like Selma, you know, where it just tackles racism on a deeper level, this one was more of a personal, character-driven story that's more like Driving Miss Daisy, though I definitely enjoyed this movie way more than I think most of us, you know, I had a higher opinion of this than I did Driving Miss Daisy, which I think most people can agree with. I know a lot of people actually consider that a negative of the movie, that it doesn't tackle the harder issues more deeply, but I don't think that it necessarily needs to, since it is a character-driven narrative. I'm happy to say that, for me personally, I didn't find anything particularly wrong with this movie. I could see some things that were maybe lesser to some people, and I understood them, but they all worked for me. I just loved it really very much, and personally, out of all of the Best Picture nominees, this film is my pick to win. It's not going to win, sadly, but, you know, that's my pick. I also think that all the nominations that it got were well deserved. You know, best original screenplay, both acting categories, and Best Picture, like I said. You know, this is definitely a film that you should see if you're interested in it. And of course, going in, just remember, it's not a movie that tackles racism on a deep level. It's not a full drama. It's a drama with mostly comedic elements. But it's just a nice character story. And with all that being said, those are my thoughts on Green Book. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do not hesitate to hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so that you can keep up to date with everything that's going on the channel. Thank you once again for watching. Farewell until the next video, and you guys have a good day.